Tired of living broke, so before I sleep, I pray.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Crab Legs and Kool-Aid. It's your boy Titus, early making, baby. And this is the podcast where we get to know the artist and the human behind the artist. Sometimes we talking about stuff that's important, sometimes not important at all. Sometimes we just vibing. And today, in this position I'm in, we're doing something a little different. And not only are we doing something different, we're doing it with a very special person that is also very different, my sister. Welcome,
so
Natasha Makin. That's
you.
not sweet. Y'all, my sister's on the podcast today. I figured, why not do a family episode? We talking about doing things that get to know the artist more. Well, this is y'all chance to get to know me more, meeting family, who's also an artist herself.
Hello.
Welcome, the beautiful actress, Natasha Makin.
Oh, thank you. That was such a great intro.
Yes. Okay, so switching it up. Okay, so the reason I'm in this position is because our beautiful producer was like, oh, y'all want to do tattoos on the podcast? And I was like,
Okay.
you know what? Yeah, we do. So that's what we're doing. And the beautiful, beautiful, talented artist that is fulfilling these tattoos for us is the amazing Amanda. What up, Amanda?
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Thanks for
good.
having me.
Absolutely. So wait, tell us a little bit about who you are, your company. Not me feeling like I can't move right now, and I can literally move my arm, but I feel like I got to stay real still.
Always.
So your company, where are you based out of? All the works.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am You Are Youthful is our company name. We've been tattooing for almost 7 years now. We're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. mainly
Stand
go
up,
to LA
AZ.
too. Yeah. Love the warm weather, and it's nice for people for tattoos all year round.
Yeah,
So it's
why
great.
not? Have you ever thought about switching to LA?
I have,
Yeah.
yeah. So we do like 1 week every other month, which is like perfect, but I wouldn't be opposed to part-time.
Part-time.
Yeah,
Part-time.
part-time.
Well, thank you. So what she's going to be doing is she's literally going to be doing them while we're talking. So good luck us.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. So as Amanda's setting up, let's pivot on back to the sister.
Wait, can we just address the
She
fact
about to say
that
something ratchet.
he said we
Yeah.
agreed to do the tattoos? I just want to
Absolutely.
say, for the record, he brought me into this assuming that I would be okay doing a tattoo impromptu.
That is true, because she was already booked to do an episode, but I was like, so we're going to do tattoos tomorrow. She's like, oh.
Exactly.
And I'm like, you don't know what you want?
Right.
But she
So-
came up with a good idea. What are you getting? I guess we can show it at the end, but go on and say it.
Okay, we'll show it at the end, but I'm going to actually get my daughter's name. So I just had a little
Baby.
girl who is 17. She's going to be 17 months. And I was able to make this man a
Uncle. Lord, be
An
with
uncle.
me.
So, yeah.
So now I sound real old. They be like, yo, Unc. I'm like, oh.
I know. It's fitting, though. It's fitting. It works.
It's fitting. To
Yeah.
whom?
Because you're getting older. Why you be acting like you're still
Okay.
young?
No. Okay.
Do we
No.
need to go there?
Stop. She has this, because now I'll
Go
do
ahead.
it. No.
No, don't you do that. Don't you dare. Because I already know where you're
Okay,
going.
because she has this infinity of really letting people feel like that we are, oh, here it comes.
I mean, come on
Yeah.
now.
Hold on, she about to do it. Actually, it's not bad at all. Oh, yeah, you forget what a tattoo feels like until it's like, actually, we good.
Is it relaxing?
Nope.
It's kind of, nope. Okay.
And relaxing is not the word, but it's not painful. Anyway, so she has this weird infinity to let people believe that we're close in age. So people have said,
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he
people
didn't.
have said before,
Yes.
no, this is a good part. They've looked at us, oh, you guys fraternal?
Right.
Ain't
I
nothing
mean,
fraternal
don't you
about-
think that we look
I will
pretty
say,
close in age?
for her age, she looks fantastic.
Wow, you tried it.
But this is a prime example of how the women come together but ain't nobody defend me when she called me old.
Right. It's okay. You don't ever call a woman old.
I-
know what
you
I'm
call
saying?
me- I
Because
said
look,
for
we
your
work
age.
hard to make sure that we keep our youthfulness.
No, but
You
in
know
all
what I'm saying?
seriousness, my sister looks fantastic. It doesn't matter her age.
you.
Her spirit's young, and her age isn't. Anyway, so with that said, thank you for coming. So how I like to start each episode, because the show is called Crab Legs and Kool-Aid, I like to start with this question right here. Growing up, what was your favorite flavor of Kool-Aid, sister?
Ooh, red.
Red, la red.
That's all. That's how it goes. What flavor Kool-Aid you like? Red.
And that's the right answer, because if you black and you don't say red, that's a couple points.
But you know what?
You lose a couple
Honestly,
points.
when
But
I was
great
growing
dough.
up,
I always bring up grape. Let's not forget about purple.
Purple's my favorite color, but you know
You don't
what?
like
I
grape
don't
Kool-Aid?
really like a lot of grape flavored things. Like jelly, I get strawberry as opposed to grape. Do you know what I mean? So
Grape?
I don't know what it is.
What does mom be having? The apricot pieces in it? Or is it
That's
apricot?
really good. It's apricot, the naturals, that jelly. It's like
Yeah,
natural, so it's like
good,
natural
though.
fruit
But it have little
flavor.
pulp pieces in it. I don't know
That's
if I like
the
the little.
apricot.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't
the
want
whole
pieces
point.
of stuff.
It's supposed to be natural
How you feel
fruit.
about boba?
No, I don't like boba.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it down there? Why is it
I don't
balls
like
in the bottom
boba
of my
with
drink?
the tapioca in it or whatever's in the middle, but those little pop-off balls that they have at like Yogurtland, them little
Oh, the
ones
ones that
with
burst?
Ooh, yeah, I could do that.
They remind me of
I like
fish
those.
eggs.
No. Oh,
You know what I'm talking
now
about?
you said that. That's nasty too. But,
No, I'm not into that. But anyway, so good answer. You answered properly.
but I do want to say real quick
Yep.
that the Kool-Aid, when I was growing up, we used to mix the flavors together. So you might have
Not when you was growing up, as if I wasn't part of that. What you talking about when I was?
Oh, I did just give away the age thing.
Yeah,
almost, didn't I?
Yeah, because I was too young to remember. You was probably old
No,
enough to
nice
mix
try.
it. That's probably that's what you just
When
said.
we were growing up, we used to mix.
Oh, a question I asked another guest is, do you remember, I feel like this is ingrained in our body, how many scoops of sugar?
Ooh,
I remember
that's
it
a
was
good
8 for
question.
some reason.
I want to say 8 or 9.
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't somebody? But then I
Probably like 8 or 9.
also said that sometimes when I don't remember the scoops, you do remember like where in the picture it would feel.
Yes,
How much sugar would be
that's
around the
right,
thing.
that's
Don't be
right.
saying yes just because you're on a podcast and you really don't remember.
Don't be putting me on blast like that, but I do remember. This one I do remember.
Wait.
Sometimes I do be answering like that, but this one I
You know how, okay, does anybody out there, you know how like when you begin to ask questions, and I do this on purpose. I'll purposely ask somebody a question that's not real to get them to respond. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's the artist's name? Miranda Sarah. Miranda Sarah's fire. They'd be like, oh my gosh. I'm like, definitely just made her up, bro. Like that's wild that
No,
you would
but
just
the
falsely
sugar
agree.
thing is real. It's a real thing. Like you see how much sugar is in there.
Yeah, and that's how you know how much.
If you have a clearer picture, obviously, but
Right.
you know,
Right.
yeah,
Also,
I know
let's
about
give a
that.
shout out to us matching on accident. How
That
about
was
that?
an accident. That was an accident. But
the
these
pink
colors,
vibes.
I'm glad
We
they
like the
work.
tracksuit. We like that.
Nice.
She got a new little hairdo. We doing
through.
it.
Denise Culpepper, she did this for me.
Right.
We got Chrysalis products.
Oh yeah, that is Chris's problem. She's amazing. Denise, you're amazing. So another thing I like to do is have a quote of the day. The quote of the day today is, and I quote, "You are never too old to set a new goal or to dream a new dream." Now that's just right on brand for you being
Stop. Don't go there.
mature in life. So
you went
what
with
is
the
your
mature word.
opinion? You are never too old to set a new goal or to dream a new dream. What's your actual thoughts on that?
You know what? I actually live by that because
Because what?
I tell people this all the time. Don't let your age get in the way of what you either want to do, or even if it's not even about career aspirations, but like if it could be having a baby or
Yeah.
getting married or whatever it is. Like
And
I
you're
always
really
tell people,
inspirational because
stop.
what? But
I
you
will
really
say,
need to
I
let
tell
people
people I'm
know.
a testimony too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest and say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not, y'all probably thinking like, dang, how old is she? I'm really not that old,
She
but
is. And as
I'm
old as you
not.
think.
But it just feels that way because normally when you're having kids or you're getting married, you're thinking like in your 20s
Right.
or in your
Huh?
late 20s, you know? So I'm not in my late 20s anymore. And so I feel
So
like
I'm gonna if I'm 35,
in your 20s or your early 30s, you feel like I want to have a family, I want to get married, whatever it is. And when that doesn't happen on that timeline, you feel like, dang, time is ticking. I got to hurry up. I want to have kids. I got to hurry up. Well, guess what? You don't have to feel pressured by your age to do those things. You can set a new goal. You can do things, but don't let like the time, make you feel weighed down.
yeah.
or- you
And
know
I
what
will
I'm saying?
say that is genuinely where you're a big inspiration for a lot of people. Even when I'm talking to Lauren and Faith back home,
Yeah.
like I'll talk to a lot of friends that are girls of mine and use you as an example, and they're like, oh, and it does reassure that hope because as you do get older, I mean, I'm not going to speak for women, obviously, but I've witnessed them have that mental warfare of like, oh, I'm getting older. Like, am I ever going to have kids? Is my career going to blah, 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 all this stuff
Yeah.
that I feel like is not put on men as much. Like, obviously, we don't
sure.
have to birth a child, right? So
Right.
we're not really concerned. As long as our soldiers are marching, we're not really concerned about
Right.
getting pregnant in time, right? So we don't have that. But then on top of that, like the kind of annoying dichotomy or stigma on looking hot and being young, looking before you're successful. Like I have to be youthful. You know what I mean? Like women have that too. I don't know. What's your thoughts on any of that stuff?
I'll be honest. I felt that way actually. Like
makes sense.
Even before having a kid or whatever in life, I always felt like, well, I have to wait because I have to be this, present myself this way or look this way or however it is in order to achieve this or to be in this part of my life.
Right.
And it's funny because now you look at, even if you're looking at entertainers, your favorite entertainer or whoever, or watching TV shows and stuff, guess what? They still have a life to live. You know what I mean? You still have to live life. You can't just fall into this hole and just be, stagnant or just live there until this part of your career passes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like how many mothers are entertainers,
yeah, they're doing it all.
Even lawyers or whatever your
J-Lo
career
don't
is.
age.
Like exactly.
J-Lo got about 7 kids. She about 60 years old. She doing her
with the
thing.
7 kids. You got 7 kids.
No, she has 2, don't she?
But yeah, you got to keep life. You got to keep it moving.
Yeah,
Just
keep it moving. I guess
filling
society has
around.
changed a lot too. Like we're in a place now where that is more accepting or whatever.
Probably,
Like
yeah.
they're like, oh, cool, you're pregnant. Heck yeah, we'll still cast you.
That's
As
true.
opposed-
That is true.
In the past, you would have to hide it.
Yeah.
Or just not get pregnant.
That's a
I
good
guess
point.
you had no choice.
I actually probably had more.
Did you?
I worked more consistently in the year when I was pregnant
That's
than
interesting.
not, which is very
That
interesting.
is interesting. What is that?
And they weren't even like pregnancy jobs.
Maybe it was
Which
a
is the
glow.
funny
Maybe
thing.
there's something to the
Maybe.
natural glow. I
don't
can
know.
tell you just seem at peace with yourself. You
something
seem
about her.
confident.
I
You
don't know
walked in the
what it is.
room and you felt
She's got the
relatable.
perfect amount of weight on too. Yeah, we like
Right. Yeah. That's actually.
Yeah, I don't know
that's
what
probably
that
something
was.
to that. Okay, question for you.
Okay.
This is another fun question I like to ask guests. Completely off the rails. Is Tupac alive?
Oh, that's a good one.
This helps me judge somebody's character. Depending on your answer, I am fully judging if you're sane or not.
Okay. Well, I will say this.
Already bad. Crazy.
For a long
Psychotic.
time,
Stop.
conspiracy theory or what?
I've never known this. Are you one of those?
oh, you
In my
scared me
own
for a minute.
family?
I was like, what? I did for a long time. I was like, Tupac ain't dead. Stop playing.
In my
But
own
you guys,
family.
Tupac is dead.
Hold on, Amanda. What do you No.
Amanda, what do you think?
No way he's alive.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, don't do this.
Tupac's not alive. But he could be on a private island. That was
No.
for a long time. That's why I was like, y'all, Tupac done left here. He on a private island somewhere. And he's living his best life out of this chaos. But Tupac
See.
is dead. I'm sorry to say. Tupac is dead.
Yeah, people be trying to hold on. I
Yeah.
think let him go.
I held on for a long
Let the man
time.
go.
But
He's okay. Okay, that's fun. And it's just like because I feel like this is just a pure slain judgment. If you believe that he's alive, then you're typically the person that believes in some real far-fetched conspiracy theory thingies.
Oh, wow.
Producer Courtney is one of them. So I'm like, he's alive, and then also this, and then the government's doing it. Well, okay, pause. Let's not go there. They are doing a bunch of stuff.
They're
Side
doing a
note.
bunch of stuff.
But other stuff,
we
like
got
more
inside
mythical
track on
stuff.
that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even want to get
Well, we
into
won't
that.
even go there.
I'm like, well, depending on where you going?
I said we got inside track. Family member.
One day there'll be a book. There'll be a book with some secrets in it.
Some secrets.
Okay, so pivoting again, because ADD does that.
How's
What?
that feeling, by the way, over there?
It's actually not bad. Amanda's killing it. She has a very light hand, as I was
Okay.
warned or whatever. It's actually not bad.
Okay.
We're almost done.
Oh, nice.
She been moving,
She
y'all.
sure is.
She been moving. What's your? I know. I'm trying to ask you questions I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think
Okay,
I
that's
already know
fair.
the answer to this too, though. What's your guilty pleasure show? I think I already know. Can I guess? Mm-hmm. Love Is Blind. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? Do
Yeah.
you have another one?
No, not really. Not right now that I can think of off the top of my head. But Love It Blind, and that's so funny because I do kind of like slip that in the mix. Sometimes I'm like late at night. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a little bit of that.
Love Is Blind.
But
Yeah.
funny enough,
What?
Joe, my husband,
Yeah.
he actually watches it with me.
You said what?
He watches it with me.
Yeah, it's good though. I get why y'all are hooked. It just don't hook for me. Like season one.
I thought you liked it. You watched the other one.
Yeah, the other
and
one.
You hurried up and watched it to the end.
Oh, that's because I'll say this. If you get me started, then you got to know what happens.
Okay, that's fair. But sorry, I got
You know what I'm saying?
excited, but we all know what yours is.
What is mine?
Keep
You
up with the
said-
Kardashians?
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit because I know what you're thinking. And I know what it sounds like.
Let me just say he has not missed a single episode.
Not a season, not an episode. And I will stick to my guns about that show until it's over. What other show? Let me pitch.
Kim, Courtney, all y'all, if you want to come on the show, please do, because you would make his day.
Yeah, please do. That would
Lord
be
have
great.
mercy.
Let me explain to you why this show is. Let me explain how it happened. So my ex-girlfriend, she used to live with me and my sister for a little bit, and when we would come back to the house, she would want to watch the show. She caught every episode. Me and my sister used to roast it. We ain't about to watch it.
Exactly.
We used to, ain't about to talk about their lives. Blah, blah, blah. We sat down, obligatorily. Is that a word?
Ooh,
I
don't
just
think so.
that's kind of a catchy one. Obligatorily, by obligation, we were watching the show and got hooked. You can admit the show was kind of hooky.
It was a little hooky, yeah.
So
I watched it.
After we broke up, I just never stopped.
But then I stopped.
And she stopped. But it keeps getting better. And I'm like, think about it. It shows family colors. It shows like the true side of being that famous man. That's so hard. But then it also shows like.
Is it true?
Oh no. I mean, some of it, like when they be having like cancer scares. Like I don't think they put that in there for effect. Like maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know how real it is, but it's enjoyable. Like. You start investing in their lives. You be like, yo, how old are the kids? Like, man, Courtney don't even want to be on this season. Like, man, it's good.
I will say I do look it up sometime on social media. I'm like, oh, let me just see what the kids look like. Oh, what are they doing? Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you done got me this invested. This show has been on for what, 10, 11, 20 years?
Not that hooked. Like, you are like really
That's
hooked.
what I'm saying. Now they're part of my family. I'm on my way to Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
That's comedy. Yeah, no, we don't do that. But 911, ooh, that's my show right there.
So what is your obsession with 911?
Sorry, sometimes, and I don't think I have ADD, but
you
do I have ADD?
Yeah.
I think you have ADD.
I definitely do.
One of my girlfriends did send me the definition of ADD, and I mean, maybe I do undiagnosed, but you're talking about that, but my mind is somewhere else already.
Always.
Sorry.
Mine too. No, seriously.
But it just occurred to me that when you were doing something, I went like this, and it made me think of Jonah. How you asked her, what does your mommy do? How does your mommy laugh? How does your mommy laugh? She's 16 months old.
Yeah.
She goes,
yeah.
And she goes,
So
how do they know to mimic that?
Well, you're not a
age.
Tasha's now a Scott. Her last name's Scott.
I'm
now.
hyphenated. I'm
Macon Scott. But the Macons, for some reason, we throw our head back, mouth open wide, like we all.
Like I can't help it.
Me either.
I try to be conscious of it sometimes, but it's too late. I'm already in this position.
Exactly.
Or even if it's not up,
You're lucky
it's
I can't laugh. I'm trying to like control
what is going on with
my
the mouth open?
shaking
That's
right now,
good.
like so I don't laugh too hard so we don't mess up lines. But when she's done with me, I'll partake. But yeah, so my little niece, her daughter, for some reason found her. I don't know how she. I guess you do it all the time. So she's just mocking you.
I guess so, yeah. And she also does this. And it's funny because after you asked her about the no thing, she does that. And I was just like, what? And she'd be like, no. I'm like, oh, you be watching me. Really
Okay, so this leads me to a question. What does it feel like to be in the position as a mom to finally legit be a mom? Because I feel like a lot of women that desire to have kids think about it pretty much their whole life. Like, what age am I going to be a mom? What age am I going to get married? How does it feel that it's finally come to fruition?
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
It feels...
Is it weird?
I don't even know if I know how to describe it, but it's a great feeling. But at the same time, I don't know if this is going to come out seem bad or not. I guess I imagined it differently. Okay. Is that weird? Oh, that sounds bad.
No.
But not in a bad way differently.
Yeah. Differently like what though? Like at a different age or like the experience completely different?
At a different age, maybe like, and I can't say that, like my mind wants me to say energy levels kind of, but it's not really the energy level. Like I feel like I have the energy for it, but I felt like maybe I just did not really know the amount of energy and like
stamina. No? Daily stamina?
Daily stamina, but like just how much is involved in just one small being. Like they are so much energy. Like you have to be on all the time. Even when you're relaxed, like you still got to be on because they're always getting into something. They're always doing something. And even when I'm trying to like tell her, she's at an age now where she comprehends very, very well, but she ignores me very, very well too. Oh, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, Jonah. Hello.
Right.
Jonah. She goes,
when she wants
I'm
to.
like,
Whenever she's
no,
ready.
You didn't slowly turn your head to look at me.
She's like,
So,
what?
I know. So it's funny. I mean, it's great. I love it. I would not trade it for the world. And I would even be open to having another one.
Woo.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But my husband
With
is content.
who? I was like, with who?
I know. My husband's content because he has a son.
The head back.
So my stepson is just turned 21.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has his daughter. So he's got his prince and his princess, and he's completely happy. And he's also a little more mature than I am. So, but you would never know. Just for the record, you would never know. But he's good. But I think that he could possibly be open.
Okay, that's good.
You know what I mean? Like, we've talked about it. He knows that I'm open to another one, but I think it just has to kind of happen. You know what I mean?
That part. Hold that thought, because she also just finished, and it looks freaking fire. Wow, it looks so good. It looks amazing.
Really good.
Line work is fire.
That was so quiet,
How'd you make that line?
too. Like, I almost forgot you were tattooing over there.
That line is super straight.
Wow.
That line is like straight.
Let me see. Or let us.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Yo. We'll post a picture and post it. You'll see it.
Really good.
But yo, this looks so
God.
good. Yeah. But anyway, yes.
Nice.
So I'm intrigued to see if Joe, her husband, would be open to that. Because, yeah, I feel like if I was his maturity, I would be, I'm going to be honest, I'd be done. Like, at this point, like, I'm running around chasing what? At what age?
But what I hear is that they cancel each other out. So, for example, like
company.
her energy, exactly.
Right. Okay.
So people are just just do it now while you're still tired and you've got a little energy left. Go ahead and give her a partner that she can bust around and have fun playing with. And I'm like, you know what? That is a good point.
That is a good point.
So she'll be like a big sister, happy, helping. She's already super helpful. Like, this girl, she's so smart. Like, I just can't. She's so smart, but she's very, very helpful. So no matter what I'm doing, she pays attention and she'll do. So if I change her diaper, she will pick the diaper up and go take it to the trash can. She will go get the diaper out of the bag and hand it to me. Like,
she's very smart. She's very, very, very smart.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I think that she would be a really great big sister, and she would probably try to help me take care of a newborn. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
I could see that for sure.
Okay, so we've talked about your current life.
Yeah.
And your potential future life. So let's go back to the past life.
Uh-oh.
And let's talk about what started you. Because I've never known the answer to this, because I've always followed in your footsteps with the acting and stuff. So I was like, I've never known what made you want to act. Like, what did you see? Because if it weren't for you, I don't think I would have known it was an option. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't
well, being in a military family, like, we didn't we weren't around that. Like, nobody in our family
That's what I'm saying. Like, how did you
is
even
in
think
entertainment, So
where'd that start
for
you?
me, it was
I don't think I've ever asked you this.
Yeah, 4th grade.
Wait, there's actually a story.
There's a story.
Wait, this is fun. Okay, go.
I thought I told you. You
Never know.
have to have heard the story. But anyway, 4th grade, or was it 5th? 4th or 5th grade, elementary school. I auditioned for a play.
Okay.
And I went to a private school. This was in Hawaii.
Okay.
Auditioned for a play and for the lead part of the play.
Okay.
And when the paper came out with all the parts and what you got cast for, I didn't get the lead.
Okay.
It was very sad. So I asked the teacher, the director, why didn't I get the lead? Like, I did such a good job. Like, I felt really good about it. And they're like, you were so great. You did so good. But the girl that did get the lead, her voice sounded more childlike.
Oh, you was a man. You had a man voice.
No.
I mean, well.
But we were,
it's
I guess, maybe my voice has always kind of been more, like, for example, we're elementary school, so I think
your voice
her
was
having
low.
to be like, daddy, yes, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't have that little squeal in my voice.
You had like a more heavy.
It was more of like, daddy, I want to do it. So whatever it was, they said it was the voice.
Okay.
And so ever since then, I was so determined to like try to be better than everyone else. But instead, in that play, I was cast as a kangaroo. Mm-hmm. So
and you played the
I played that
absolute
kangaroo.
crap out of that.
Mom made my outfit.
Yes, she did.
She made my kangaroo outfit
Come on.
because she was the seamstress. Mom sews very, very well.
Yep.
And I had a solo in that play.
You better come on, Kangaroo
Through
Jack.
That kangaroo was singing.
What
her
you
little
do? You remember your lines? You couldn't talk. Oh, stop! Not her remembering.
Belong to you.
What you remember? You remember your fourth grade solo?
Yeah, that was my solo.
That was a starring moment. That
I
really
used to
did.
do talent shows in elementary school, like that.
You did?
All of that. I
thought I was a talent show person. What'd you do in the talent
you
shows?
do talent shows too.
Oh, I
but I'm
just hit
saying
that.
this is where all of this started. Like I always wanted to be on stage. I always wanted to be in front of people. And
What'd you used to do in talent shows?
I would dance and sing. Don't play me. I would dance and sing.
But the fact that you remember your fourth grade solo, she can't focus. How's it feel over there?
Okay, yeah, I can focus now.
Her tattoo has begun, and clearly, obviously, in TV land, we've switched, and now she's moved over to my sister. And
No, it was magic. It just happened.
it's magic. She teleports. Amanda teleports. And so if you need her in any state, she'll be there in minutes.
Oh my gosh,
Let's
it
not
feels...
put any false hopes out there. They're like, can you?
Now I remember why people get like why people say getting tattoos is addicting. Because it's like it doesn't hurt. I have a high pain tolerance, but now I remember why like people always say it's addicting because it doesn't hurt, but there's something. This is gonna sound crazy, and maybe you're gonna think I'm weird, but this is gonna sound real crazy, but it kind of feels.
No. There are, you know what's crazy? A lot of people do tattoo therapy of it all. Like they do go get tattoos because in their head it feels relaxing. Like my buddy says, he's like, I fall asleep during mine. I'm like, all right, chill.
I mean,
like you really
she's
over-exaggerating.
so light, like
ain't no
they
way
don't
you falling
always feel
asleep.
like this.
Do people fall
This
asleep
one on my
often?
wrist,
I would say with me, they do.
I
'Cause
could
it's
see
like-
that. I could see that.
Baby scratching you versus like a lot of artists will be one pass.
Yes.
Which is a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
No, I feel that. So yeah, I liked being on stage in front of people, even at that age, like so young. I went to mom and dad, and I basically was just like, I want to be an actress. Like I want to do what they're doing in the TV screen. Like
I did not know all this.
Yeah, that was literally like where my mind went. And I told them, but they did not know what to do to help me get there.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately not having any entertainment background. And being in the military, like we're moving around a lot. So in Hawaii, like where do you go in Hawaii to do acting? Like
Right.
they didn't know the first thing to, and now we know like agencies and this and that and that. But back then they didn't know that.
Right.
And so we just, I would just do things
And
in
you was a little
school.
black girl, and like I'm like, they ain't really like back then. Now that diversity exists, where it's like,
Yeah.
but like, where is you really going? It's like, well, how am I put my little black girl in it? Like, what's
Yeah,
that?
what do I do?
Yeah.
So with moving around and stuff, I just would do school plays and do things in school. I think I did community theater too, like in middle school. But other than that, like and that brings us all the way, honestly, till I was an adult and moved to LA. I would just do things that I knew to do in places that I was at, theater. And theater was my main thing that I did. Like that's where everything started was theater.
Y'all, I used to go, she used to do, well, she also did pageants, but when she used to have her school plays, I thought it was the most boring thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like watching acting was the most boring thing. And then I always recognized that she was good because I remember in your pageant, remember when you did that cigarette monologue?
Yeah.
I always remembered that. It was a turning point where I was like, whoa, that was really good.
I won the talent for that.
Yeah, but I remember how bored acting used to make me, and I don't know how. I don't know where that pivot happened where I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It's so boring. I want to do it.
Yeah, like what? Like I used to be so bored. Like I'd be like, watching a play sounds like punishment to me. But now I feel the complete opposite.
I mean, stage isn't for everybody though either.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much how my journey kind of, moved along. But yeah, I think had mom and dad known what to do, or even had a resource to ask,
they would have done it.
I would have been a child actor
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
they easily would have done it. I mean, they're always like, all right, well,
yeah.
if you're gonna do it well.
Yeah, exactly. And they still to this day are such amazing supporters of
that's
what we
facts.
do. You know what I mean? Which you don't get that a lot from parents. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And a lot of people, so our parents are, our dad's preacher and ex-military. So the structure is heavy in people's eyes. So I get this question a lot. I don't know if you ever gotten this question, but they're like, oh, like, well, some of the roles you play or some of the stuff you do, like, how does that go over? And I'm like, interesting enough, I mean, they ain't jumping for joy for certain roles. But I mean, as far as like understanding the industry, they're just like, all right, well.
They'll choose to watch it or not.
Right, exactly. But they're like, okay, well, you acting, you ain't got to do, why you got to do them roles?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, they'll be like that, but they're not like heavy-handed, judgmental, like people would think coming from a military preacher family.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that helps, for us to be able to be ourselves and to have our creativity and this and that. I'm very impressed with you, I will say, because as a kid, The things you did. Oh, I almost want to do like a segment that's Remember When.
Go ahead, do your little Remember When.
But like as a kid, from your little talent shows and your dancing and your
Okay, no.
You didn't.
You said that like I was just some spaz kid throwing. She was throwing the talent shows, and I was hired to be a part of it. You were putting on the talent shows.
I used to get all the neighborhood kids together. And
I was like, that
talent
was
shows.
you. And I had my little performance segment.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But I'm saying like in the talent shows. And then you used to do school talent shows. You remember Lion King? Oh, Lion King. So cute.
That was a life-turning experience.
No, the life-turning experience is when you did Amazing Grace. Oh my God.
Y'all, so I had this audition, and my family could come with me to the audition, because when you're younger, they let your mom in the room. And so my mom and sister went in the room with me. It was like for some model and talent group thing, whatever. And they're like, oh, if you act, sing, and dance, come to this, blah, blah, whatever. Like if you have talents. So I go, and mind you, everybody's voice develops, okay? Like if you watch an old video of Lauryn Hill at Showtime at the Apollo, they're booing her. Like she's a kid and she's not hitting all the notes great, and they're literally booing her, and she's Lauryn Hill. Fast forward, she's like one of the dopest vocalists. Not saying I'm the dopest vocalist, but I'm saying that I had a rough start to the whole singing thing. And I decided I wanted to sing Amazing Grace in the version of Destiny's Child album, because they used to do this gospel medley on their album. And man,
oh my Lord,
I didn't quite know how to hit vowels, because when you're singing an E sound, if you sing the word, like any word that has an E sound, if it's high, it's typically a harder note to get out. Like an E, it tenses your, I don't know the technical terminology, but we're gonna say your vocal cords, like it tenses them. And that's why a lot of times people when they're singing, they'll make stuff an ah sound. Like they'll make things an A sound or an ah sound, because it opens up the note. Anyway, so I didn't know all that. And, Saved a Wretch Like Me came up in the song, and that's the high part. Saved a wretch like me, right? We're not singing for her right now, but you get the point. And I was a little higher. I started the song a little higher than I wanted. And when I got to that note, I said, oh, I could feel it coming. And I was like, oh, here comes a big one. Here comes a big one. And so because I knew the E was going to be hard to hit, I made it a A sound. And I was like, saved a wretch like me.
Wait, even to this day, it is still so funny. Me and my mom had to literally get up and walk out of the room.
This is during my audition, and they're looking at them, and they're gonna act like they're crying.
So
they're gonna act like they're crying because it's so good, and they're over there laughing at me while I'm in the audition singing. They're actually actively behind me.
He's right. We were laughing so hard that we were like, oh, he's so good. This is hot. Oh.
So that's how you know that we keep it 100 in this family. If you're not good, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna let you know.
Oh my
God. There's no bad
comedy.
American Idol auditions. You know, people be going to the American Idol audition and they're bad. I'm like, what? Which family member didn't say something?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be wondering that too. Yeah.
Like I would have left. I left that audition knowing that I did something that was questionable. Mm-hmm. But like, what? How do you?
We were like, what happened? You were so good when you practiced.
I started too high, and I couldn't backtrack at that point. I just had to commit.
Oh my gosh, that was so.
Boy,
funny. That will never get old.
People that have lower voices, they know about it. They know the struggle. When you get up too high, good luck finding your way down, because you got to start that. You got to start in that right key.
You got to start right. I'm sure. I don't know about
but anyway, okay. So obviously, I was talking to my producer earlier, and I was like, yo, it's kind of tricky sitting down with a sibling or a family member because I already know everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, maybe they feel like they have the audience would feel like they have an inside vibe with us. Mm-hmm. So because I already know everything, we're going to take a few questions from producer Courtney.
Okay, come through, Courtney.
I know you got something. You always got some tea. You trying to spill somebody tea.
What you want to know, Grill?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, look, she ready, too.
Look.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. Get on in here, because you're going to say something.
Okay, Tasha.
Yes.
Why is Titus single?
Oh, please. No, let's see what you got to say.
I like that.
I'm going to be honest, because I don't even know the answer. No, I do know the answer. Go ahead.
Why is he single? Well, that is a question that the family wants to know and has been wondering.
Okay, don't do me, because she was late on her little journey, too.
That's fine. You're right.
Yeah.
That is fine. That's fair. Mm-hmm. But I think that you're still single because...
Okay, what y'all don't see off camera is that Courtney dropped that question off and left. So now I just got to deal with the repercussions of it. But she back, though. Courtney just got back. All right, go ahead.
Well, two things. Mm-hmm. One, I feel like you just don't give it enough time.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
And 2, I think sometimes you might be just a little bit too ratchet for for some people. Maybe a little bit too ratchet.
Let's unpack that. Because the first one is valid. But too ratchet? Can't be too ratchet.
I mean, let's see. Some girls may not like you farting around them.
Okay.
Some girls may
Pause.
not like.
Farting is not, I'm an maybe that's why. Because I'm a very unashamed farter. Now, I
And
won't
I'm
do
an
it.
unashamed farter too, and I found my mate that is okay with it. Sorry, baby, I didn't mean to embarrass you, but we keep it real,
But
boo-boo.
I'm not like I'm not throwing my booty meat in date one being like, pfft, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And what is too ratchet?
But you do find the girls that do
That can handle
that
ratchetty because
it.
they
be doing
ratchet
it
too.
back. They be like, "Oh, you did that. Let me do one if I could do." I'd be like, "Where'd you find her?"
Exactly. I think the most valid thing in my personal perception of your answer is the time thing. Because when I be over something, you be like,
Yeah, yeah. Which isn't okay. It's not
so
good.
that's a valid thing. Okay, I got a question that so like this is not related to that, but it popped in my head.
Okay.
What like not me changing the subject.
You see how you got out of that?
You see what I'm saying? So what on the acting side for you is in your opinion, your worst and best performance? And I'll answer
When
two.
We're talking about.
Just change the subject. Get out. Y'all seen the movie Get Out? Run. Get out. That's
My best and worst, I would say my worst was a production I did. This was early on coming to LA. There's 2 things actually. One was it was just so unorganized. Oh my gosh. When I tell you unorganized, I mean like you can just define it as black production. And I hate to say that because
I hate saying that too, but that
all black productions are not, but
No.
it is stereotyped that
It's
they are.
sad,
And
yeah.
this held up to the stereotype in a
Yeah,
major way. And it was so unprofessional and so awful. Like I almost wanted to walk off set. I'm not even kidding. It was really, really, really bad. And then there was another one where
and we be killing it sometimes too. And there's plenty of
Yeah.
white sets or any ethnicity sets that be busted and not well kept as well. It's not just in our community, it's across the board. But as an actor, you know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then there was another one where I went in, got the role, everything. This production, this is again, when I first got to LA, this production was like an independent project. And the director, I was cast for the role, got fitted for the role and everything. Literally went to costume and got fitted, got on set, and they were like, "Oh, somebody else is doing that."
The role?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they fitted the
that's
other
ratchet.
person. Yeah.
Wait.
I know.
They double booked a role on a.
Yeah, because the director was just shady.
So why not let
And
you
I'm
know
gonna be
before you
honest,
came to work?
Let's just be honest, and this is Hollywood. Like, I mean, I know, but it's never been actually said. But there were probably things that went on behind the scene for this person to get the role.
Oh, well,
unfortunately.
welcome to
And like I
Hollywood.
said, this was when I first moved to LA, and I didn't know.
But why
about
not
all
call
these things.
you and just be like, "Hey, Natasha, thank you so much, but we're actually gonna have to." They let you show up.
Showed up on set to my call time, which I did receive, by the way. Yep,
Wait, that's so weird.
so weird.
I ain't never heard nothing like
I
that.
know.
Double booked.
I'm not even gonna put this director's name out there like that, but yes.
Air him out. No, I was kidding.
I know. But
yeah.
my absolute best was Network. Network TV did me real good.
Yeah, they do you. They take care of
They
you.
be taking good care of you.
They take care of that pocket.
Yep,
That's what they
that
take care
pocket,
of.
and even just on set, like everything, night and day. Everything flows.
Everything flows.
it's
I
right
know.
on-
That's what's hard about
on
independent.
schedule.
Some independent projects, they just don't have the budget to keep it tight.
Yeah,
But we love the artistry there. We love
we do, and we do it because we
the
enjoy
drive.
it.
I
you
mean,
know?
I run a lot of independent sets myself, just
Mm-hmm.
between music videos and ideas that I have. And I try to keep it as close to fluid as possible. Like it's like, okay, the least I can do
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
is start when you're supposed to be there and let you go at the time
Yeah.
that you're thinking you're gonna go.
yeah.
Everything else in between that, I might not be feeding you like a network does.
And I get it. It's
Your
film. It's
paycheck's
TV.
not
Like,
gonna
we know
reflect
it's gonna
it.
Go over. We know.
You
it's
know what I'm
gonna
saying? But I can pay for your gas.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, we know going into it that that's going to happen. And I've
Right.
been doing independent projects that have planned coming up to do myself as well. But
Right.
you want to be as professional and organized as possible. That's the main thing. Like if I go on a set and we run over or things don't go according to plan, at least I know like, but he's on target. Like he's got his stuff laid out. He's got, things are still professional.
And
So.
and then for mine, the worst one, I've had a few. You know what? What I'm gonna say is what.
And you don't have to say what the profession was, because
Wait, am I saying what did I ask you? Is it your worst performance or your worst experience? Because you gave an experience.
Oh, I thought that's what you were asking.
Oh, what? We can go worst experience. My worst experience. Oh, I know exactly what it was. But if I say it, then it's very obvious. If this person listens, well, you shouldn't have done it. So I'm gonna say it. So it was on a movie. You already know this, and when I start talking, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it was on a movie, and the actor was playing my father. Okay? I'm waiting for you to catch on. Not yet? I'll keep going. I've had a few dads. Okay. Fair enough.
I was like-
No. Okay. He was playing my father, and he didn't speak to me once. When we met, nothing. When on set, would literally be looking the other way, would literally do anything. If we were like talking in the scene, we'd be talking, they would say cut, he would turn away and like start talking to his assistant.
The funny thing is, I heard
anybody.
about this person that they're not, that on another production was
Was the best.
was actually really
Which is
nice.
wild. And I was like, and I'm such a young actor at this point. Like I'm in there ready to like
Yeah.
meet the guy who's gonna, maybe me and him should like go do something so we can look like we're real father and son.
Yeah.
Complete opposite energy. And so maybe we caught him in a bad time of his life.
Sure.
But I'm like, that ain't my fault. Whatever you got going on, ain't got nothing to do with me. But on top of that, so if I'm looking at you as the actor and we're acting, we have our lines to each other. I'm working off you working off of me. But he was looking at me like this.
Ooh,
I'm over
so
here.
awkward.
You wanna know why? Because there was a guy holding cue cards
Stop.
and he was doing all of his lines and they were just dropping these massive cue cards with all his lines written on it. So they cheated the camera to make it look like my eye line was further over. But the whole time I was acting with him, he not only did he not talk to me in between stuff, he wouldn't even look at me in the scene because he was reading the cards. So like, nope. That was me acting. And I had to act because the coverage is on me too. So I had to act off of him looking completely different direction.
Yeah, that's
so I
tough.
was like, so that was my worst experience because I was like, oh wow, Hollywood is like, and then obviously I came in with Glee and Glee was like run very intense, great experience, but run very, they had a lot to do, short amount of time. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, that was an intense experience. And then I went to this movie and I'm like, cue cards and no contact. Like I'm like,
Right.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? This Hollywood thing is like real interesting. But anyways, and then the best experience was, man, I've been blessed to have some good ones.
I feel like you have had some really good ones.
Yeah, I'm like the best. I don't know, like because there's been best within each project because I've met cool people. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Just a lot of them. There's been a lot of really good experiences. If I had to give like a top two, I would say honestly the rookie cast. They're still family.
That was
Like
a
that's like my
good-
family.
I feel like that was
You know what I'm
family.
saying? Like that was like a really good experience for relationship purposes. Like for the people I was meeting and becoming family members with.
Yeah.
That was a good experience for that specific reason. And then what else? Probably like. You know what? For some reason, I did a show called The Path, which obviously you know, but I'm saying that for them. But The Path was my favorite. Actually, I do have. Yeah, that was my favorite acting experience.
Okay.
Like something about like those are the type of roles I would want to do more. Like not that particular
not
character,
that-
but I mean like
A little deeper.
like a cult. On The Path, it was a cult in the backwoods of New York, and it was just like heavy and dark and like cool, and it was like fun to act in like something that we kind of like train to act in like acting school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because in acting school, you go all these
Yeah,
cool
we all
scenes and
want
you get in the
something
real
that's a little
world,
deeper.
and
Yeah.
it's like your scenes are like, I want to know if you can go to prom.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just studied Shakespeare, and I'm asking you to prom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
did
saying?
A lot of like CW stuff and like
Yeah, which is fine, blessing.
for sure.
But we like to get a little deeper. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think Courtney has one more question.
Last question. F, marry, kill his characters.
That's good.
Wait, what?
Like
So,
characters.
wait, do you know the game? F, marry, kill? So F
No.
means,
Okay.
marry means like wedding ring, like you get to keep it forever.
Oh, F, marry, kill.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then kill means get rid of it, never want to see it again.
Okay.
So-
Is this F in like the real form
Like,
of the
oh,
word?
so the meaning of that for this particular situation would be like, oh, I liked it. Like, okay, it was a cool one
Oh,
off.
F. Okay, okay.
And then like marry is like you would have it all the time.
Okay.
Kill is like never again, please.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I would say marry. I don't have to go in that order.
No, whatever order you want. This is actually fascinating. Good question. Interesting.
I would say marry.
Using the F is kind of weird with your sister. But gotcha.
Oh, there's a couple.
Is there?
Yeah, I marry Jackson. Jackson West.
What?
We like him.
We like him. We
like him.
Yeah.
I would say F.
Okay, pause. So no. Hold on. Let's change the terminology because we're not going to use F. We're going to say hug.
Hug. Okay.
Hug. But same context. It's like, oh, I just love it a little bit, but you can go. And then marry is the one you already said, which is I want to keep it around all the time. And then kill is like, please don't ever play that again.
Okay. Oh, dang. I have another.
Okay,
marry.
start over. Yeah.
Okay. I would say marry. I don't know the character's name, but from Cinderella.
Oh, he was a bud.
He was
Mickey
cool.
O'Malley.
I like Mickey O'Malley.
Yeah.
Mickey O'Malley was
He was
dope.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to marry him.
Yeah.
We're going to.
I forgot about him.
I don't know. I'd say hug maybe the character from Starcross.
Lucas.
Lucas was.
Oh, Lucas was fun.
was cool,
He
but
was fun.
I could take him or leave him.
Yeah.
And then kill. Who would I kill?
Who would you kill? I don't know.
I'm trying to think of all the projects. There's so many.
Okay. Not the minor flex from this. There's so many.
He's done so many things. I can't
gosh.
think. Who would you kill? I don't know.
That's a hard thing. Probably for a reason that isn't the character.
Not this last movie.
No, that was an experience for what it was.
Okay.
That's a hard because there's none that I would like get rid of. But I was like, okay, I don't need to play that again.
Yeah.
But who is that?
I know. I don't know if you really have any kill because all of them are potential. Like they all are pretty good.
They had
characters.
potential.
They're all like different people.
Right.
You know.
Maybe just that one-off Grimm character guy.
Okay.
I mean, like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, yeah.
Like, yeah, we can go without him.
Okay.
And then and I would probably marry the Path guy, Caleb. I think that's my name. Actually, no, I would marry Lucas. Like I would
you
want
would
to,
marry Lucas?
because if that kept going, because we got canceled after one season. But if that would have kept going, that would have been a fun world. Just I like sci-fi. Selfishly.
Yeah, that is true.
So I'm
you
like,
really like sci-fi.
I wouldn't have minded that. You know, what I mean, I would have played him for years without complaining.
That's
and then
fair.
I hug Jackson. Yeah, we love a good Jackson moment.
We like Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, so this is completely off base, but I just wanted to know your thoughts on this because I'm a musician and you consume music because you're not a singer.
Well,
That's
I mean,
clear.
I can carry a tune. Let's just say I can sing a
You
little
carry
bit.
a lot of stuff. Tune's not in that.
How dare you? You know I can carry.
You can
know.
carry backpacks.
When it's good, you'd be like, "Oh, that was
Jonah.
good." And people tell me all the time that I can sing, but I let out the sound. Let me give you an example. Like, I'm just kidding.
No, go ahead. No, please, because you're so, I think we should let them judge.
Okay.
Oh.
Amazing.
Use the Lord Jesus. Use her, please, better. Use her better than you're using her now.
I'm just teasing. Let me not embarrass myself.
But no, she has her talents, which is on screen acting. And I was going to ask you, is it fair to compare? Oh, did you finish?
You're done?
Wait,
You're
let's
done?
see. Wait, let's see. Oh, that looks good. Oh.
How did you finish already?
She was over there actually relaxed, y'all. She was really like it.
Wow. Yes.
Is the lines, you can read the name. I'm like, she looked like you can't.
I don't know.
You can't see. That's why you need
I
glasses.
know, I can't see.
Let me see it. Let me see.
Oh my God, that's so cute. It's exactly what I wanted.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and that's because it's a little swollen. When
Yeah.
it flattens, it's gonna be even better.
Yeah, everybody.
Heck yeah!
Oh, I
Yo,
love it.
shout out
It's
to Amanda.
perfect.
What was your thing again?
Yes.
You Are Youthful. She just killed it. I'll post. You'll be able to see it on the
you.
podcast page and also on my personal page. You'll see the results of our tattoos. Fire. Yo, Amanda, thank you, squad. Let's go.
Aww.
Okay, so let me go back to that question I was asking you as Amanda breaks down her stuff. Is it fair to compare modern artists, being today's artists, their stats to older legendary artists? Now, what I mean by that is people will say, people even do it in the sports realm. Like they'll be like, "Yo, LeBron is the GOAT." Like, he's he's better than Michael Jordan. Or like, so on the music side, when people are like, "Oh my gosh," like this is no shade to anybody I'm naming, but Taylor Swift is blah 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 blah. Is the best selling blah blah blah. But I'm like, she outsold so and so, and then you'll name somebody legendary. Well, Like a lot of artists, there's a lot of artists that are beating records that the Beatles set and Michael Jackson set and Whitney Houston and all these people set. And I'm like, I don't think that's a fair comparison because we're dealing with a different way of ingesting music. So I'm like, if you're going based off of streams, and so I'm like, the only way to really compare if that artist is that much better than Michael Jackson is to put them in the same time and space where I'm like, if Michael Jackson was dropping music now, his streams would probably be the best on top of that. So I'm like, so when people are getting awards being like the most sold da-da-da-da or like the most number ones, I'm like, but they're getting number ones because of different outlets, TikTok, streaming. I'm like, the other artists from back in the day didn't have those outlets.
Yeah,
anyway, what are your thoughts on all that?
No, I agree. You can't compare anything that goes on today, no shade to anybody.
No shade.
To what and our parents will tell you this themselves, but I have to be honest. I mean, I have to agree with them because when we listen to today's music versus, and everybody's genres, like you like what you like. That's fine. But artists back, it was a different feel just overall in general. Like even the things they were singing about, like the times were different. Like everything was totally different. Like the music scene today is not comparable to what was going on back then. It's just not.
You got like people paving the way then, and now we're dealing with people recreating stuff. I'm like, it's just a different caliber.
Yeah.
It's not that they're not great, but it's something to be said for people originating stuff as opposed to like remaking really well. You're remaking it wonderfully. But it's like, that's still the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you might got the most streams and number ones, but it's still not you can't just like trump the freaking.
Like, it's just like when you compare it to sports, like Michael Jordan is still going to be the GOAT.
And people were like,
period.
well, but now if people are saying, no, I think if LeBron was alive during Michael Jordan, well, he was, sorry. If LeBron was playing professionally while Michael Jordan was playing professionally, then he would still be better. If you're saying that, cool. Then you're actually saying that he's just actually better. Exactly. But it's just a fascinating totopic.
Yeah. Okay. No, you can't compare them.
And the last question that I wanted to ask you, another ADD trail, but I just wanted to get it out before I forgot. Because I don't know if I know this either. Do you have any pet peeves?
Yes.
I feel like you have a lot. But I don't know if I know them because I have like a decent amount. I'll say mine after you.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to remember them all because they kind of like when they're happening, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't stand that either. But I don't like cleaning up after people.
I mean,
which is funny because when we came to stay with you, it seemed like you're cleaning up after us, but we're not.
No, I didn't think that.
But okay. I don't like cleanup. Like I'm very particular about the way I like things, and I don't expect you to be as neat as me or whatever, but just pick up after yourself. If you see something that is dripped or white or a mess or whatever, just wipe it off, rinse it off, whatever it is. And then you don't even if you don't put it away, just make the space look nice again. A big pet peeve used to be like toilet seats and that kind of thing. I just don't, I don't know what it is. And this is so cliche, but like put the toilet seat down. And also the toilet paper roll. Like this has been a debate for a long time.
There's one answer.
But the toilet paper comes over.
Oh, I saw your hand movement and I was like,
no.
Yeah.
It comes over the roll, not down under the roll.
Yeah.
Okay, please put the... I have to switch that all the time.
Is that a Sprite versus Coke thing if you're picking up what I'm putting down?
I don't think so because my husband puts the toilet paper roll on upside down every single time.
Oh, that's a fail for the Coke community.
I am constantly reversing it every time. And I get in there and I'm just like, just put the toilet paper on right. Just put it on right. It seems like such a small thing, but it's not. Like, can't you tell the difference?
Yeah, 100%. And for y'all, just in case that blew past you, Sprite and Coke, is it a white or black people thing? Because I feel like some stuff is cultural.
Some stuff is cultural.
I'm like, is that cultural? Because it be some houses I be at where I'm like, y'all really just exist with it under the roll?
Right.
Anyway, but sticking in the bathroom, one of my pet peeves, and I kid you not, I've always thought this, is sitting on a cold toilet seat. Eats me alive. Like, when I was a kid, I used to sit on my hands.
I used to do that.
Yeah, I used to sit on my hands. And then I was like, and then as I got older, a good hover. If I'm in public, I'll be hovering.
You hover for the number 2? Man. You do a number 2 hover?
Hover.
How is that a thing?
It's not a
They don't
thing.
do a
It's not a
splash?
good thing. Oh, we don't do that. So here's
you
the
put
trick.
the toilet tissue in. Oh, and you know if my I
Shonda.
had a good friend who used to tell me, all you gotta do is put a little piece of toilet paper in there. Oh yeah.
I take a little toilet paper, put it in the water. Ain't no
Yeah.
feedback.
You're right.
Ain't no
you're right.
feedback.
That's good.
And if I'm
I
really,
can't hover though.
I know
and do that.
if I'm feeling real trusting, I'll toilet paper it
Okay.
like around the rim. But it's a hover for me.
Oh wow.
My other pet peeve, and this is gonna be, I feel like if you have a soul, this is also your pet peeve.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm at
I have
any
another one.
fast food restaurant, okay, and I'm going through the drive-through and I'm ordering anything that that requires dipping sauce, if I have more than 2 French fries, I would like more than 1 sauce. So if I'm getting a 6-piece nugget and French fries, and you throw in 1 sauce,
Okay, come on with
and
it.
you throw in
Preach,
1
preacher.
sauce, that's Satan. That's the devil.
You're like that with syrup too. You use the most syrup of anybody I've ever known.
Who uses 1 sauce? I'm like, what? Anybody working? I'm like, why would you use 1 sauce? Like,
No,
why
that
would
is
you, as a
true,
worker,
though.
think that I just ordered a 6-piece chicken tender, French fries, and you threw in 1 sauce? Like, where's that going to get me?
That is true. That is true.
And then the other side of the pet peeve is that Chick-fil-A. You know, sometimes when you open the sauce and the thing
Ooh,
rips.
it flings up on you.
No. Oh, that's a good one too. But it rips. Like you're trying to open the full thing, but a sliver rips. And you got to like stick your finger in there to like pull the rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Pet peeve.
Ooh, interesting. That's a small one. But okay, I can
it's
see
like,
that.
it just
I do
ruins
have
my
another
mind.
one though.
Yes.
Also, people cutting me off and like talking over me. I cannot.
I'm
stand,
really bad
like,
about that.
Let me
I'm doing it right now.
finish my thought before I mean, I get it if we're like having fun and do it, but if I'm really like talking about something and serious, don't cut me off. Like, let me finish what I have to say, and then you can speak.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I really tried so hard not to cut you off. And at the end, I'm like, is it time for me? But anyway, let me tell you something, sister.
Yeah.
You've done a fantastic job at keeping it cool and not saying anything too embarrassing. So I want to thank you for coming. You're welcome back whenever.
Aw.
Next time we got to play like games or something.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Because we did the tattoo thing, but like we got to switch up something. Oh, or should like a group thing and have you on with some people too that we all know. That'll be fun. Anyway, yo, thank you so much.
Yes.
My sister in the building, Natasha
Yay.
Makin-Scott. Almost said Scott. Natasha Makin-Scott. What's your little handle so they know?
At Natasha Makin, NatashaMakin.
Yup. And if you can't find it there, you can find it on my page because she's my sister.
That's right.
Love y'all. Thanks, Tuki.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.